forgetting people who have made those kinds of sacrifices is almost like killing them a second time. And in a way we can give them life again by giving life to their ideas, remembering their faces, their names, reading their words, sharing their words. I think it's so important, and sometimes we're told that secularism is a Western idea, but what you actually see is that around the world, from North Africa to South Asia, from West Africa to Europe and beyond, people have been willing to put their lives on the line in the struggle for secularism. And so we can learn a lot by remembering them. It's really a responsibility. It's a duty. And we need to do the work of documenting all of these cases. We don't hear these people's names. We don't see their photographs. And I think one of the things we can really do that can be very strategically important in fighting against the religious right is to document this history of all those who have been willing to stand against them and who have paid with their lives.
Why is so difficult in Europe, I don't know, in the United States, to separate reasons and fighting against Islam, radical or other religion when they start to be political issue? Why it's so difficult?
Well, I think you made a very important point, which is, for me, when you talk about what I call fundamentalisms, these are political movements. These are political movements of the extreme right. This is the definition that Mariame Ali-Lucas, one of the organizers of this conference, has written. So political movements of the extreme right that manipulate religion for political reasons. And I think it's absolutely critical that we understand these movements as political, which means that we have to challenge them politically. I think that was the point Caroline Forrest made this morning. Once we go on to the religious terrain to fight them in a way that's a huge concession, we need to challenge these movements politically. But I think part of the reason it's so hard to fight them is they often cloak themselves as simply being religious movements, and then people don't want to sort of be seen as speaking against religion, or they give in to a certain form of multiculturalism or a certain form of cultural relativism. And so that is part of why it's so important to always remember what these movements are about, which is not about spirituality, it's not about the relationship of the human person and his or her own concept of the divine. It is about power and policing the behavior and the thought even of other people.